October 20th, 1818. Defining Boundary. The Convention of 1818 marked a significant milestone in the history of Anglo-American relations by establishing a clear border and mechanism for shared occupation. The United States and Great Britain signed the treaty commonly known as the Convention of 1818, which addressed two major issues: the northern boundary between the United States and British North America, and the status of the Oregon Country. By one of its key provisions, the convention stipulated that a line drawn from the most northwestern point of the Lake of the Woods, along the 49th parallel of north latitude, and from the point of such intersection due west along and with the said parallel, shall be the line of demarcation between the territories of the United States and those of His Britannic Majesty, from the Lake of the Woods to the Stony Mountains. This treaty thereby fixed the 49th parallel as the northern boundary for the vast stretch of territory from the Lake of the Woods westward to the Rocky Mountains. In addition to defining the boundary, the convention provided that for a term of 10 years, the region westward of the Rocky Mountains and northwest coast shall be free and open to the vessels, citizens, and subjects of the two powers, without prejudice to either party's claims. This provision instituted what is often called a joint occupation arrangement of the Oregon Country, enabling citizens and subjects of both nations to settle, trade, and navigate within the area, while leaving sovereignty undecided. The establishment of the 49th parallel boundary carried multiple implications. It offered a clear straight-line boundary that simplified survey and administration compared with earlier watershed-based and ambiguous lines. The settlement also helped to alleviate tensions in the wake of the War of 1812 by demonstrating that the United States and Great Britain could resolve territorial disputes peacefully through diplomacy. The joint occupation of the Oregon Country represented a strategic compromise that allowed both countries to protect their interests while postponing a final decision on sovereignty. Citizens of both nations gained access to the region's harbors, bays, rivers, and trade routes. This arrangement facilitated continued fur trade activity, migration, and exploration west of the Rocky Mountains, in an era when the United States was rapidly expanding westward. Although the sovereignty question in the Oregon Country remained unresolved at the time of the convention, the agreement created a framework that prevented immediate conflict and created space for future negotiation. It set the stage for the later Oregon Treaty of 1846, which ultimately extended the 49th parallel boundary to the Pacific Ocean. By defining the northern boundary and instituting a joint occupation regime, the Convention of 1818 strengthened Anglo-American relations, encouraged westward expansion in the United States, and contributed to the peaceful demarcation of what would become one of the longest international land borders in the world. It reflected a shift in the United States' diplomatic approach from war toward negotiation with a former adversary, and it created a stable foundation for the gradual settlement and development of territories that would become parts of the U.S. and Canada. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.